Hey guys, my name's CJ, welcome back to the channel. Today you join me down Appreciating Classics to once again take a look at a brand new car that Rich has got in stock, and this one is a good one. I'm telling you, you're going to be looking forward to this. Today you join me in an R34 Gtr V-Spec 2 NER.
In February 2002, Nissan launched the final R34 Gtr, called the V-Spec 2 NER. This was named after the Nürburgring where the car was developed. Out of the 718 NERs produced, only 141 were in the pearl white colour that you see today, making this an incredibly rare and valuable car. The NER featured the gold cam cover and gold chassis plate, which was a departure from the usual candy red Nissan had used up till that point. The NER was unique in that it featured the N1 engine variant. This differed from other RB26 engines due to the block having thicker walls. The pistons, rods and the crank were all lightened and balanced. The changes further continued with an improved oil and water pump. The original turbos that were on the spec NER were upgraded to larger units, with the previous ceramic blades being replaced by steel ones. Whilst this did increase lag, durability was improved and now had the ability to take an increased amount of boost. Due to Japanese regulations at the time, the car was advertised as having 276 brake horsepower, but realistically featured over 330 at the time. This car is modified heavily, having a single turbo conversion done, doing away with the original twin setup in favour of a HKS Turbo. This car features a host of HKS parts, including the stainless steel manifold, wastegate, mushroom filter, and my favourite part of all, the Step 2 cams. I absolutely love the sound of a cammed engine. Onto the exterior, we've got a Z-Tune front bumper which gives it a super aggressive look with Nismo smoked indicators. Nismo side and rear spats also add to the look, but my personal favourite addition is the Nismo LED rear lights. They look really great and really do a lot for that rear end to help modernise the look of it. The car features numerous carbon parts, the Nismo B-pillar covers and the carbon bonnet, which was incredibly light for the size. You can actually see the weave through the paint, and it looks fantastic when you've got the bonnet up. Getting into the interior, you can immediately tell that you've gotten into a late 90s, early 2000s Jack car. Until the V-Spec 2, the GTR had not seen a black interior. Previously they were all grey before this. The original floor mats are still in place and the door sills look great. So let's go take it for a drive and see how this beast still handles. I can't even begin to tell you, mate, how this is like a dream car.
I think it is for a lot of people, isn't it? I'd say it's definitely up there for me as well.
I remember back looking, and you know what it's like, where you just browse eBay, you just browse Auto Trader, and looking back probably when I was in high school, so we are talking like a good 13, 14 years ago, these weren't anywhere near the price that they tend to be going for now. Why do you think their market values raised so much?
I think it's a generation thing. Because like, people of your age, my age, are now starting to get a bit of money behind them, got a good job, paid a chunk of their mortgage. They want that dream car. Supply and demand, isn't it?
Is, like you were saying, this is the Gran Turismo generation, this is the Need for Speed top car, this is like top of everyone, like this is the poster car.
Oh yeah, 100%,
for so many cars.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the Fast and Furious franchise had so much to do with that.
Yeah.
Like, considering obviously that was one of the main cars within it. Just absolutely mega.
Like when I was young, I mean I long time ago,
Yeah,
before you say it, I had a Lamborghini Countach on my wall. But there was people like you say, a little bit younger than me, who had an R34 Gtr on their wall. And when I was a bit older, sort of late teens, I always wanted an R34 GTR. I remember seeing them driving around as a kid and thinking, my god, there's a GTR.
I think what I remember most about this car, or my first experience of it, I remember seeing Top Gear do a review of one.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was just amazed at the technology.
And then you've got this boost throttle, injector pulse, oil temp, water temp. I think.
Absolutely mad.
So you can select which ones you want within the...
That's the main dial.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's really cool.
This was mega for a car back in 2002.
Oh, yeah.
One of the differences with the V-Spec 2 NER car that we're in at the moment were these dials. So you can see it reads up to 300 kilometers, so 186 miles an hour.
What a noise! Clutch doesn't feel too bitey either for a twin plate.
It's not too bad actually. It's an XCD. It did have a HKS in when it came into the country.
Oh.
Yeah, it had a HKS when it came into the country.
Yep.
And the owner at the time didn't like it. So we had an XCD fitted. Has actually a really nice clutch. That's very usable. A little bit noisy, but they all are.
Oh. What a noise. So it's the R34s which seem to command the biggest price tag. How long do you think it's going to be before the 32s, 33s catch up?
Well, they are going up. 32s have taken quite a jump. And you know, if you found a low mileage Nismo R32, they are good money. They're not as much as an R34, which I do quite find a little bit odd, because it's normally the earlier ones and then the later ones follow on.
Yeah.
And again, 33s have come up. You could buy a nice 33 for not a lot of money a few years ago, but when you look at them now, you know, a half tidy one is demanding decent money now. So, but you're right, the R34 is the one that makes the big money.
I'm certainly not a fan of stock wheels.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I definitely think that's something which needs change. I mean, the wheels that you've got on this, like, are just perfect for it.
Yeah, I agree. These are the perfect wheels for an R34. There is a place for original wheels, and I think that's either on a really low mileage completely stock car or in the cupboard.
The wheels on the car are a set of Volk Racing TE37 SLs, 19-inch by 10.5J wide. The car's lowered on HKS Hypermax Coilovers, which, whilst giving a great ride, really weren't too stiff to daily if required, but at £115,000 I can't see anyone else just nipping to the shops in this. So obviously this car's up for £115,000. Where can you see the market heading for these in 5 to 10 years time?
Well, the Nismo 400R that we've got at ours at the minute, that's gone in 2 years, about 2.5 years, that's gone from about £100,000 to over £300,000.
300 grand.
The R34s, actually I was reading, there were some stats released yesterday. They follow the selling trends of all the R34s in Japan, from base models to things like this, NERs, R-tunes, Z-tunes, and on average, in the last 12 months, the R34s have gone up 25%.
That is a huge marker.
That is big. Normally you don't see anything like that. You see, you know, you're talking single figures, double figures is good. But 25% is massive. I think for a NER, you know, something like a V-Spec 2 NER, people don't like talking about them as investments, but they are.
Of course they are.
They are an investment, and they're an investment you can enjoy.
Try and get 25% a year in your bank.
Well, exactly, yeah. It's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen.
Is there any other Japanese cars that you'd love to get your hands on? You ever had a Supra?
Never had a Supra. I'd love a Supra. If anyone out there knows where there's a nice twin turbo manual Supra with nice mileage.
Yeah. Let this guy know.
I've looked for a long time for a really nice Supra.
Alright guys, so we're back at Appreciating Classics now. Obviously took the GTR for a spin. What an incredible machine. Feels incredibly modern and still doesn't stand out at all on the roads as looking dated by any way, shape or form. So 550 horsepower at the wheels. Like this thing, although we didn't push it like incredibly hard, because you've got to think really at the end of the day, this is a £115,000 mint condition rare car that we do want to sell at the end of the day, so I don't think doing huge launches, donuts, as much as I did try. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'm sure we'll be back at Appreciating Classics soon to check out some more of Rich's fantastic stock. So thanks ever so much, Rich, for just giving me 2 seconds just to be able to spend that time with you today to go through the amazing GTR. So thanks guys.
Appreciating Classics provides some of the UK's and the world's cleanest, both retro cars, classic cars, true exotics. The standard of preparation is absolutely second to none. The underside of all these cars that are on sale is absolutely immaculate. Now, you may be of the opinion that you think these cars are expensive, but it really is worth it, and like Rich says, a true investment piece. Every car is fully detailed, and it's something that they do in-house, take a lot of pride in, really ensuring that that car returns in immaculate condition. You can see the level that they go to with their refreshers.
The 400R is probably the rarest thing here. Would you believe that car, if you wanted to buy that now, £300,000. Just have a look at the underside of that 400R. So I know that amount that I quoted sounds like a lot, but geez, like you really are getting like one of the best examples of these. And I love those wheels as well. Absolute classic, those, really sought after. I think they're worth a pretty penny just on their own.
What a noise!